will be king.
A one-game showdown for all the marbles and the Stanley Cup.
We can be heroes just for one day.
The Stanley Cup Final. This is so exciting. I wish it could go on forever.
Scores! What a brilliant piece of work! Legacy begins. Stanley Cup champion.
It's the toughest trophy to win. It's the most beautiful trophy, the Stanley Cup.
This is Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet.
You want action? We've got action for you here tonight.
He's got a step. He's in. Scores!
Absolutely amazing.
So here we are on the 66th night of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You may recall we opened with Queen and David Bowie. We close with the late, great David Bowie. Sensational from Serious Moonlight Heroes. In anticipation of Game 7 here in Sunrise, Florida. That's the scene in Sunrise, which looks predominantly orange and blue, Edmonton, and obviously at Ice District and surrounding the capital of Alberta, same thing. You know, we've talked a lot about the serendipity of Bob Cole's birth date being today. This is also the day in 1880 that O Canada was played for the very first time. It was at the Congrès National des Canadiens Français, Saint Jean-Baptiste celebrations in Quebec. O Canada goes on to become the national anthem of our country. Alanis Morissette of Ottawa will perform it here tonight. It's Hockey Night in Canada, the Stanley Cup Final on Sportsnet, presented by Rogers. What a Monday night. Good evening and welcome to Hockey Night in Canada. Jennifer Botterill, Kelly Rudy, and Kevin Bieksa. So the first goal has won the last 8 Game 7s in a Stanley Cup Final. How big is that goal, do you think, Jen, tonight?
Well, I think it's hugely important to set the tone, and Chris Knobloch said before the Oilers had even won a single game here in the Stanley Cup Final, he said he wanted his team to compete and to skate. And they've done just that. And you look, Ron, at some of the first goals that have been scored. It's been a result of that speed. And coming into this series, there was the anticipation of the Panthers putting so much pressure on the forecheck. But the Oilers have solved that. And another reason for the Oilers great play in combination with their speed, is also playing with ease. They are a very creative team. And I think about, for me as a player, I played my best with a free mind and unburdened heart. And for the Oilers, when they can use that speed to start well, but also find that ease, knowing the magnitude of this moment, the environment, what's at stake, but still being focused on the moment and playing with that ease.
First goal is more important for the Florida Panthers tonight. They need this more than the Oilers do. I think the Oilers can give up the first, and the way they're playing, the way they're feeling, they know they can come back. They've already been down in the series. But for Florida, the more fragile team, the most important thing for them in the first period is Bobrovsky, how he's feeling. Giving him a one-goal lead gives him some confidence. They're a much better team with that.
I so agree with that. So Bobrovsky has way more pressure on his shoulders than Skinner. Skinner's going to really enjoy this night, and coming into a visiting building, you don't have the same sort of pressure, you don't have the same stress. So Bobrovsky, we're going to be interested in seeing how he handles it. Not only making saves, sometimes it's moving the puck when he goes behind the net. Will he be a little bit nervous or cautious behind that area?
Let's bring in Kyle Bukauskas. Kyle, what's your thought tonight?
Well, Ron, Paul Maurice said this morning that he is not encouraging a hero mentality. He wants his Panthers to play free without going beyond their boundaries. Game 7, all about precision. Just ask Sergei Bobrovsky. How about this for precision at the start of warm-ups, perfectly picking the puck off the top of the pyramid as both teams try to reach the top of the mountain here tonight. The Stanley Cup tests boundaries. It has earned more air miles than just about any one of us in this final. Weighs 34.5 pounds, but when in the travel case goes up to 99 pounds. Connor McDavid has felt the weight that only 99 can relate to as an Oiler since he was drafted in this building back in 2015. He and Leon Draisaitl, labeled as Edmonton's best hope since the days of Gretzky and Messier. They are chasing a legacy, one that McDavid grew up marveling at as Sidney Crosby, his favorite player, got his name engraved. And we're all chasing mindfulness as well, aren't we? Now this is mindfulness. Look at the face of McDavid here after forcing a Game 7. We asked a former teammate of his what he thought of seeing McDavid in this mode, and he responded with 2 words: look out. A generational player, moments away from playing a once-in-a-generation type stage. Ron?
Terrific, Kyle. To David and Elliot.
All right, Ron, we all know this is a hockey game tonight, but make no mistake, Elliot, this is an event tonight. We've talked to many, many hockey fans, some of them Oiler fans, some of them are just hockey fans, knowing the Cup's in the building, knowing it's been 30-plus years since a Canadian team has won the Cup. They've come from far and wide to be here to experience it.
When the Oilers last played a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final in 2006, the Carolina crowd stood the whole game. A lot of us, we hadn't seen that before, and the Carolina crowd helped will the Hurricanes to that victory. There are a lot of Oilers jerseys here tonight. They will have big support from their fan base.
It is a wonderful atmosphere. It'll be about a 50-50 split as far as the noise, I'm sure, Elliot. You usually give 32 thoughts. Give us one big thought heading into this Game 7.
You know, one of the things the Panthers admit was the enormity of Game 4, the chance to win the Stanley Cup, their families flying in. It threw them. It threw them in this series, and it gave the Oilers hope, and they've become a steamroller in the last 3 games. One of the things the Panthers talked about was Edmonton's families have come in for tonight. Will it throw them the way it threw us? And if so, they feel they have to take advantage.
And Ron, one theme that we've had from both players on both teams, this is what you think about as a kid when you're 10 years old and you're in the driveway shooting pucks. This is the moment you think about Game 7, Stanley Cup Final, Cup on the line. We're about to see that play out.
You know, David, we do use the term loosely when we say heroes, but these folks definitely touch our lives, and we're really looking forward to it. When are we most Canadian? When we drop the puck. That's next.
Pick up. Gotta go.
Let's go!
Guys, come on. Go, go, go. Come on. Yeah.
My favorite color.
Mom.
Leave running behind. The turbocharged Volkswagen Atlas. Volkswagen.
This playoff season, let's cheer like we've never cheered before. With the fans we've always cheered against. The playoffs at Boston Pizza.
Unlock your engine's true performance with new and improved Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. Performance unbound.
Can you believe it? That beard's got game. He definitely chooses King C Gillette, designed to trim, wash, and soften for facial hair that feels as good as it looks. What a finish! With lifetime sharp blades, choose your game face.
Pickleball season.
Smiley's been practicing too, with summer rollbacks. Check out that form.
Across thousands of rollbacks. I can't compete with that.
Warm and aromatic. The Shawarma Chicken Rice Bowl, part of the new globally inspired Subway series.
Winners, find fabulous for less.
Ram Power Days are here. The power to choose from the most awarded truck brand over the last 5 years. Like Ram Classic, as versatile as it is capable. Ram 1500, voted best large pickup in Canada. Or Ram Heavy Duty with a no-charge Cummins, and you don't pay for 90 days. The power is yours. The time is now. Get 20% off MSRP on Ram Classic for up to $14,200 in discounts, plus get 4.99% financing.
This period, brought to you by Scotiabank. Score something rewarding with banking packages from Scotiabank. Learn more at scotiabank.com/banking packages.
There's a look at the two cities. On the night before Wayne Gretzky won his first cup in '84, he phoned Mike Barnett, his representative, said, "Mike, get over here with my favorite album, Stray Cats Rock This Town." That's what he did to get himself fired up. I don't know what Connor McDavid's trick is, but he's obviously that man now for Edmonton. And what was cool, Jen, when they walked in as a team, they weren't in their headsets grooving to tunes. They were laughing and talking to one another. It's kind of unusual. You don't see that a lot these days. What about McDavid?
Well, he has always been an exceptional player, Ron, but he has clearly taken his game to new heights in this Stanley Cup final. And moments before the puck drops, we're all witnessing history. You look at playoff points, 42, fourth all-time, and 34 assists for the record. And the decision-making that he has made throughout the Stanley Cup final, whether it's holding on to the puck, whether it's making incredible assists, knowing when to put the puck on net, drawing the pressure, using his speed so effectively, just absolutely amazing to watch. But perhaps one of the most impressive things has been the evolution of his leadership, and he has been able to instill confidence in the rest of his team, and it's been very contagious, Ron.
It has. Barkov had a great game, I should say, in Game 6. So if he can do with the last man change a little bit of his magic, that's maybe the antidote for Florida. Kevin, your thought?
Is there another gear for Connor, though? That's what I'm thinking about. As great as he's been, does he have another half a gear that he can raise it to? All the great ones have been able to do it, and it would just mark a tremendous playoffs and season for him. I just think about it's a do or die, winner takes all. You know, and as the great warrior Achilles said, Kel, as he was getting off the boat and marching off up the banks of Troy, it may just be one victory, but with it comes immortality.
Oh boy, I like it. So, and then I think of a guy like Matthew Tkachuk, right? So one of their stars, and he had, Game 5 was his best game of the series, so he has to reappear in this series. And how does he do it? Well, he's a pest, gets under the skin of the Oilers. Go out there for Matthew Tkachuk and hit somebody. Get rid of some of that nervousness. get yourself back into the series. Game 7, there's the Tkachuk family, and it's just a great atmosphere in here right now, and somebody's going to be a hero, as you mentioned, Ron.
Well, and Cal, we saw Skinner there about to get up and out on the ice, and I think one of the words he has used most often leading up to this Game 7 was, I want to enjoy the moment. I've worked hard for this, to be present, but to enjoy every single moment.
Chris Cuthbert, Craig Simpson upstairs, Kyle Shortley. It's the last of our hockey nights. A year-long quest to be king in just one day.
Showdown here in Sunrise. Matthew Tkachuk with almost a call to action for Panthers fans yesterday when he said tonight is going to be the loudest rink he has ever played in. It'll be tough to one-up the environment in Edmonton 3 nights ago, but if you listen close enough, you can hear the crowd over 4,800 kilometers away. Yes, we can hear you. The crowd lining up at 7 a.m. this morning Mountain Time to get a spot in the Moss Pit. As you heard Yvonne Gosmak say earlier, what a ride it has been for the community, for the players as well. Zach Hyman said it roped a lot of people into believing in these Oilers. It's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. Everybody ropes, everybody rides.
Please turn your attention to the ice and welcome tonight's hero among us. 97-year-old World War II veteran, Private Louis Moroff, United States Army. Thank you for your service and dedication to our country. Please rise and remove your caps for the performance of our national anthems. Signed tonight by Florida resident and deaf performer with PXP, John Paul JBN. In the spirit of this incredible North American Stanley Cup Final, please welcome a globally renowned Grammy-winning artist who's a citizen of both the United States and Canada, Alanis Morissette.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, our true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for the God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Please remain standing for the presentation of our nation's colors by the City of Sunrise Honor Guard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of love.
Once again, Alanis Morissette and the City of Sunrise Honor Guard. Please welcome Hockey Hall of Fame goaltender and special advisor to the GM, Roberto Luongo.
Alanis and Roberto. Isn't it ironic? Game 7, and as you can tell, not just any Game 7. The Oilers have gone from the brink to the cusp. The Panthers from the cusp to the brink. It's the ultimate Game 7. Who puts their name on the cup tonight? And the third lines will duel to start. It's Adam Henrique out there along with Connor Brown, Matthias Janmark. Anton Lundell centers the line for Florida with Listerinen and Vladimir Tarasenko, the only player in the game who has played in a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final. Puck comes to the line. Bouchard with the first shot. Henrique looking for a loose puck in front of the net. And now Lundell up with it. And out at center along with Listerinen. They start to change. Lundell with a backhand off Skinner. First save for Stuart Skinner as it comes back out to center. Nico Mikkola's got it. Looks for Tkachuk on this left wing. Craig, what an amazing atmosphere. It's noticeably louder here tonight than in the other games here in Florida.
Well, without question, well represented are the Edmonton Oilers here. The fans